Hey there everyone, Juan here from SwitchWatch with my review of Disco Elysium. We're going to look at the Switch version specifically. It's a game that you may have heard of, indeed already played if you had a PC or another console. The original version of the game released in 2019 to critical acclaim, and even better was this final cut release, which featured full voice acting and extra content was made available for PS4, PS5, Mac, Stadia, along with a free update for PC players earlier in 2021. Now it's being made available for Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Series S and X, which is great news for all of us that own those particular consoles. Now, if you've already played this wonderful game, it's one of the best indie games I have played in a long time. What I wanted to know is, and hopefully this is probably the same question as you have, is the game suitable for the Nintendo Switch? Has it ported over well, especially playing in portable mode? My biggest questions were, does it have touchscreen availability? Is the text readable on that small screen? And whilst this is narrated, of course, it is still rather necessary to read the multiple dialogue options. So let's get into it. For those of you that are uninitiated to Disco Elysium, there are already many reviews out there. But let me give you a quick overview and what I think, and we can go whether it's worth your hard-earned cash on the Nintendo Switch. Now, here you play as a cop who has lost his memory. You pretty quickly start to piece together what you do for a living by asking questions to the people in the closest vicinity. You end up investigating a murder of a hanged man a little later in Revachol, a fictional place, and you'll meet plenty of characters and get into many conversations. It's here where the game, for me, really shines. Think of a really good, complex visual novel. It's a role-playing game as well that shines with its brilliant and expertly crafted dialogue. It keeps you glued to your seat. Everything is voice acted brilliantly in this version.
Oh, big shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous.
And one of the mechanics I always loved was debating things within differing sections of your brain. What starts out as a seemingly simple case of who murdered the hanging man turns into a story full of twists, turns, and complexity. You'll have the option to also take chances. Roll the dice literally here, with the game giving you chances of possible success so that you can make an informed decision just by giving you a simple percentage. Fail, and the option in the dialogue tree may become locked, and that line of questioning may not be available anymore. Or a certain action like punching an annoying kid in the face, should you wish to do so. You can get the game over screen rather quickly if you make some silly decisions. The characters you meet all serve to add meat to the bones of the story, each character given depth, and it's through these conversations that you'll spend much of your time in the game, figuring out the best responses in the dialogue tree, but also figuring out what type of detective you want to be. You will customize your character with different skill items, tools, each serving you for differing situations that you'll come across within the game, and it's your job to figure out why you need those yellow gloves or what you can use that boombox for. And what I loved was being able to help certain people that you meet along the way, or even play them against each other. It almost feels like you can do anything: solve the main murder mystery or take part in the side quests. It's open world, it's up to you, and it's this level of choice that keeps the game so fresh even after I played it a little while ago for the first time. It still feels different this second time around. Even from the beginning, there's choice in what type of skills you want to have. Do you want to be a sensitive cop but you're a little bit unstable, a thinker who is highly intelligent but really bad with people, or a physical cop that uses his body to get things done but unfortunately is pretty dumb? And there is also the option to make your own, and dependent on what type of character you choose will influence how you start the game too, so bear that in mind. So either way, you'll have strengths and weaknesses depending on the type of character that you choose to be. And for me, the game was already excellent, and the final cut with fully voiced characters is just absolutely insane, and I appreciated it a lot. It brings the package together in a way that feels totally complete. I'm finding fault with this package, which is really nitpicking. I mean, loading times do take a good few seconds between each area. Handheld mode, the text may still be a little bit small, even though you have an option for larger text. They've done the best they can, I think, and it's still fine. And lastly, if you don't like lengthy conversations with tons of dialogue in games, then this may not be for you. For those of you that like to replay your games, you can with this because it plays out rather differently depending on how you build your character. The gameplay all time will run you about 30 hours. That's how long it took me to complete the first time around. So the question for me is this a wonderful game translated well to the Nintendo Switch? Has it been well ported? Well, it's all good news. It's excellent. I like the fact that there is a large text option, so when playing in handheld, text is legible. The visuals have been handled superbly, and what I also like is the ability to use touch screen if you want to. This can be used to maneuver your character, to make choices in the dialogue, and to obviously search the areas, which is very handy. I enjoy a good story on my Switch, especially late at night, sitting up in bed, and this game with its pace is perfect. Put on the headphones and get lost in those mysteries that you'll come across and those deep conversations. Price-wise, you're looking at £35.99, $39 for our friends in the US and $39.99 in euros. You'll not begrudge paying it because of the amount that's work that's gone into making this a fantastic experience. What more could you want? It's one of the best indies I played in 2019. It's still one of the best games I've played in 2021 on the Nintendo Switch. This port is well done. It has some nice extra features like touchscreen. For me, a perfect portable game to get lost in. The Final Cut version is superb. Voice acting sensational, musical score beautiful and atmospheric, visuals great, and the game brings together a number of genres combined in such a way that it feels unique and special. Roleplay, open world exploration, point and click visual novel with an in-depth, compelling and complex story that will keep you playing till the early hours, all brought together beautifully for an experience which is truly exceptional, a rare gem, and one I believe should be experienced by anyone over the age of 18. A 9.5 out of 10. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this review, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, help us get to that 100,000 milestone. Click on the subscribe button and bell notification so you don't miss another video. I'm going to put another video up. Hopefully, we'll see you over there. Take care, everybody. See you on the next one.